Hi, my name is Shan and today I'm going to try and film a book haul. I think I have like 50 new books since I last filmed a book haul. Yeah, exactly. Which the last book haul that I filmed, I only just uploaded it, but I filmed it like at the beginning of February. And this was the month, or April was the month, that I really fell in love. That's my baby destroying the books. That I really fell in love with used books. And so a lot of these books I got for a couple of dollars. Some of them were $1, and then some were just, heavily discounted. And there's only a few that are new, so I don't feel too bad about this. But I'm gonna get going because my baby's destroying the books, but I won't give too much detail about them because there's so many to get through. I'm literally grabbing every single book. All right, so and if anyone's curious about where I buy books, there are a few like in-person used bookstores that I go to, but I've got a few online used stores that I like now. I bought from the Book Grocer or Book Grocer, and I also bought from the Book Dealer, which they had a 50% off sale as well, so the books were used but then they were also half price, so I went kind of crazy. But anyway, let's get on to the books. So at the end of February, like right after I filmed the book haul, I bought a couple of new books. They were in a reading vlog somewhere. So the first one is Beach Read by Emily Henry. Probably don't need to give a synopsis for this one because it is extremely popular. I really wanted to see what all the hype was about, but I still haven't read it. I might read it this month. Ugh, my May TBR is like... Okay, I also have The Boy from the Mish by Gary Lonesborough, which was in a reading vlog recently. And this is a young adult contemporary about an Aboriginal Australian boy coming to terms with his sexuality. I have A Lifetime of Impossible Days by Tabitha Bird, which was my book for my March... Wait, was March the word? Yeah, the March buzzword book. I'm trying to read Australian authored books each month for the buzzword thing. And this is a really cute cover, but it's so dark and sad. It's an amazingly written book though. It's about this girl. There's 3 timelines, when she's 8, when she's 33, and when she's 93, I think are the ages. And they find out that they can kind of time jump and she can talk to herself in the past and the future. And it is, yeah, it's very dark, but it's very good. I also have The White Girl by Toni Birch, which this was in a reading vlog recently, and this is amazing. It's another Aboriginal Australian authored book. I'm sorry, I keep touching my hair. And it is a historical fiction about a woman who is the carer of her granddaughter, and she's trying to just live and stop her daughter from being taken away. Most of the new books that I buy tend to be from Big W because that's where they are the cheapest. I guess we'll talk about this one now, which is my most recent purchase. There's no order to this video, so I did have things in an order, but now they're not. As you can see, my baby's like pulling them out. Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. Again, everyone was talking about this. I keep seeing it everywhere. And this was $6 at Big W, and I bought this yesterday, so if you want it also, but this is meant to be a cute middle grade. Next, I have The Lost Man by Jane Harper. I've never read a Jane Harper book before, but she is an Australian author, and this is, I want to use it for the buzzword for lost. So this is a mystery thriller, I believe. Don't really know what it's about, but okay, next up, because this one fell out of the box next, The Upside of Unrequited. But I thought I saw this was getting turned into a movie or a TV show. And also Becky Albertalli has a new book coming out, and yeah, wanted to catch up on the book that I haven't read of hers. And saw it for used, and so I picked it up. Next, we'll do a little box set that I found, and I saw this for used, and it's basically brand new. Like, they don't look like they've been read, and these Stephen King books, people really try hard to get these. Like, these are well sought after books. And I got it for super cheap. But it is The Shining, Misery and Cell by Stephen King in these cute editions. I'll take one out. No, I won't because I can't get it out. But yeah, these are these cute hotter editions that they don't make anymore. So I was excited to get these. I did start trying to collect them, but the one I bought ended up coming to me in hardcover, which is even harder to collect. But we'll see how we go. I've got these for now. Yeah, you can play with that one. You can play with that one. Okay, next up I'll do this one because my baby keeps pulling it out. But this is Other People's Houses, and this is a new release by Kelly Hawkins, an Australian author, which May's buzzword is house. And this literally just came out. Kelly Hawkins writes novels for adults and children, as well as reports for a private investigator. That's interesting. Oh my god, and she lives right, like, kind of where I'm from. I'm really excited to read this. It is a mystery, I guess, about a woman who goes to these house inspections and she sees a picture in a photo frame in one of these houses and she thinks it's her son that went missing. Okay, next up, The Last Anniversary by Leanne Moriarty. I read Big Little Lies by her in a reading vlog recently and I loved it. And I have 2 of her other books on my TBR shelf. By the way, don't look at this mess. These from there down is like Kian's shelves, so they're crazy. Although my shelves aren't much better. There's like random crap on them. But yes, I am assuming this is another mystery by her. I want to see if I enjoy the rest of her books, and this one fits one of the buzzword prompts as well. Next up, a book that I honestly thought I was never going to read, but then I saw it for like a couple of dollars at an op shop and I have a serious problem. But anyway, A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I figured I may as well have this and try to read it at some point one day. I don't really know if I will, but I have it now. I've gone back and forth about whether I want to read these. I've seen the whole series, but we'll see. You can play with the Game of Thrones book. Next up, I have Manhattan Dreaming by Anita Heiss. I don't actually know how to say her last name. I need to look that up. But this is, she's an Aboriginal Australian author and she has a new book coming out soon that I do really want to read, but I have never read any of her books before. This is an older book. I think it's from like 2010, but it's like a women's fiction, like romance chick lit. I don't really know what it is, but it looks like it'll be fun and fast. And I saw this for like $1 at the Lifeline book sale. And it also fits the buzzword prompt from January. I didn't actually participate in January. I started in February. And what's funny about this is they referenced MySpace on like the first page. Libby was sitting back at her desk loading up Adam's MySpace page. Classic. Good old MySpace. Do you want to hold this one for me? This one isn't in the best of condition, but it is fun. The books are getting ruined. I need to go faster. Okay, next I have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Oh, this is one that everyone was reading and I haven't read it yet. I want to see what all the hype is about. I have read from Matt Haig before and loved it, so we'll see. Baby, please. Okay, next up, also at the Lifeline book sale, I saw The Secret History by Donna Tartt. No! The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I actually already own a copy of this book and I started it and have not finished it, but the font in my copy, it hurts my eyes. Honestly, I think I need my glasses prescription changed, but this font is better. And this was $1, so I'm going to get rid of my copy and keep this copy. Baby! Okay, next up, one of the books that I bought new is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This is next month's book club pick for the We're All Booked book club, which is run by Lacey D. Bell and the Library Lane. I've also seen lots of people talking about this book. It's really thick. I am kind of scared to start reading it, but I'm sure I will enjoy it. Also, a book that I bought new for the same book club is Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerri Maniscalco. That was the April pick. And I have already read this, obviously, because April is over. So if you have already read this one as well, I will leave a link to the live show. I'm trying to go fast. I'm giving no descriptions now, but anyway. Next up, The Other People by CJ Tudor. Tudor? Did I pronounce that weird? I've seen this author before. I think this was one of the book club picks for Books and Lala's book club. but I saw this used copy and I picked it up. It is a thriller about, I don't know, a child. I'm not really sure. Next up, another used book that I found that I have seen people talking about is City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert, and I've seen people saying this gives the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo vibes, which say no more. Okay, but baby, now look what's happened. We can't, there's no space. Okay, hang on, I need to start moving some of the books that I've already spoken about. Hang on. Okay, next up. All of This Is True. This is, and I honestly don't know how to say her name, but this is a Filipino author. And I've done a couple of times reading Filipino authors for a week. The same as I've done for Australian authors, which those are two of my reading goals to read more of. So I might do another week of that with this and some other books. Baby! A Room Called Earth by Madeline Ryan. This is a stunning cover. This is what I read for April's Buzzword. And this is a debut, I think, and it was really good as well. It is about this autistic girl who is going to a party, and it's basically just in her mind for the one night. And I've like tabbed it and I thought it was really good. So, okay, this is another one that I recently picked up at Big W yesterday. House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland, which I've been seeing everyone posting about this and I am just excited to read it as well. So I picked it up. It was not too expensive, so it's fine. I'm excited for it. The cover is stunning. And yeah, this is a new release. I think, what is it? Something to do with sisters, or I don't really remember, but I'm excited for it. So now I can just feel included with everyone who is reading it. I also saw at an op shop The Cousins by Karen M. McManus, which I actually didn't like her other book, One of Us is Lying, but this was only a couple of dollars, so I figured it's not really that much of a waste, and other people really enjoy her books, so I'm giving her another chance. I actually do have another book of hers on my TBR, and this has cool black sprayed edges. So, and also at an op shop, I don't know whose Instagram I saw this on, but the Museum of Modern Love. The cover just looked familiar to me, and it's won a prize, the Stella Prize, which I've enjoyed Stella Prize winners in the past. So, and it won the Margaret Scott Prize and the Christina Stead Prize. So it must be good. Oh yes, these are the other books that I got for that Filipino reading vlog that I was planning on doing. I love when I find books that just work with things used. But Patron Saints of Nothing by Randy Rabai. Is that how you would pronounce that? I need to look up how to say these authors' names. This was an anticipated release of mine from last year, the year before. 2019, whoa, okay. And yeah, I never ended up buying it and picking it up. It is about a boy who finds out that his cousin, I think it's a cousin, that lives in the Philippines has been killed. And so he goes over there, and yeah, this cover is stunning as well. And then we have Turtle Under Ice, which is a book that is in verse. Yes. And this is, yeah, the other one that I was thinking of reading for that Filipino authors vlog. I might do that soon, because I think the last time I did it was in October of last year. So that means I've read no Filipino authors this year. Okay, and then on the Book Grocers website, I found one of my 5-star predictions for really cheap. That is Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson, which if you didn't see my 5-star predictions video, I will leave it linked. But this is one I'm really excited to read. I think it's about a girl whose friend is missing. And also by Tiffany D. Jackson, I picked up Allegedly, which is this her first book? I don't know. And I think this is about a black girl who is the babysitter or something of a white family, and the baby dies. Is that what it is? I don't know. These are like young adult mysteries, I believe. Wow. Okay, next up, last haul, I think I had another book by this author, but I found Final Draft by Riley Redgate. Honestly, there's no rhyme or reason for why I picked up certain books. It's just that I see them used for cheap and I snatch them up if I have heard of them. So hopefully I like this author because now I have 2 books by them. Right, I have Girls Burn Brighter by an author whose name I don't want to mess up. I should have prepared for this video, but I did not, and as you can see my life is a mess, so it's fine. An electrifying debut novel, the story of the unbreakable bond between 2 girls driven apart and their journeys across continents to find each other again. I can't remember where I heard about this book, but I'm very excited to read it. I would probably say that about all the books in this haul, so I need to stop using the word excited. Okay, Boy Swallows Universe by Trent Dalton, which this has won like a crap ton of awards, and I've seen lots of people reviewing it. I was going to use it for the buzzword prompt for April, which was the one that was space words, yeah, April. But I ended up using the other book that I spoke about, but I still have this and I do want to read it because apparently Sydney Morning Herald said it's the best Australian novel I have read in more than a decade. And yeah, it's won that many awards, so it must be good. Although I have seen people giving it reviews that weren't great, but it's really long. And then I came across a used copy of The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, which I'm not a huge sci-fi fan, but I have heard so many people talking about this book now. And yeah, I saw it used and so I picked it up. Okay, I also picked up a used copy of Begin and Begin, which is an anthology of a bunch of young adult authors, Australian authors, which, like I said, one of my goals this year is to read more Australian authors, and I haven't heard of any of these or read from any of these, so hopefully I will like some of the stories in here and I can buy full novels from these. Okay, next I have Spellbook of the Lost and Found by Moira Fowley Doyle, which has also written All the Bad Apples, which was in my 5-star predictions video, so hopefully I like this one, but I mean this is the one that I saw used, so I will pick up her other book as well eventually whenever I find it. Okay, and then I saw The Weekend by Charlotte Wood. I think, oh yes, the winner of the 2016 Stella Prize for The Natural Way of Things. So this author won something for their other book, and this is, I think, about old ladies. I don't know, I think it's 4 older women having a lifelong friendship of the best kind. Yeah, again, I saw this. This was one of the ones that I got in the book dealer's 50% off sale, I'm pretty sure. So it would have only been a couple of dollars, and I am excited for it. Also in that sale, I picked up Islands by Peggy Frew. I have read from this author before. What was it called? Hotel. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. Hopefully I enjoy this as well. Don't know what it's about. Also in that sale, I got El Defo by C.C. Bell, which is a graphic novel about a rabbit, I think, that is deaf. So I'm looking forward to this. I don't know if have I read any books where a character is deaf or hearing impaired? I'm not sure. But I'm excited to read this one, and the art looks cute. Again in that sale, I didn't know this was going to be so big, but I got Barracuda by Christos, no, I don't know how to say it. This is massive, but this is an Australian author again, and I think I've seen good things about this book, but I am really intimidated by the size. But regardless, I will get to it at some point, and it was very cheap, so I don't remember which of these books I bought from where, so I'm going to stop trying to pretend I know, but all of these pretty much were used copies. Under Rose Tainted Skies by Louise Gornell, which is about a girl who has agoraphobia. I think this is a young adult contemporary. And I also got The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson. Why am I so bad at saying names? Okay, I was excited to see a copy of Catherine House. This is used, but honestly it doesn't even look like it's been read. And I've seen heaps of people either loving or hating this, so I'm excited to get to it and figure out which I am. Also was excited to find a used copy of The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This is one that I feel like everyone has read. I have not read it, so I can read it now. Okay, I think I missed some on my shelf, but this is the last one I'm going to speak about. Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, which I have read, and I found this used copy. You know, in a perfect world, I would have a copy that matches my Muse of Nightmares copy, But my Muse of Nightmares is the UK hardcover, and to try and find a UK hardcover in this edition is like 500 Australian dollars. So I got this paperback, and this is the one that like matches the best in terms of the spine. You probably can't even hear me but anyway, I've read this, but I do want to do a reread, and again, I didn't own a physical copy, but now I do. And that is all of the books that I'm going to speak about today. I'm sorry this was so chaotic, as so is all my videos and my whole entire life. But I hope you enjoyed. Maybe, I'm not really sure. I don't even know. But we're gonna go now, aren't we? Yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.